Assalamualaikum and very good morning. So today we continue with our lecture on 2.3. Okay, so we have done until example 15, which is part B. Okay, so now I would like to proceed with example 15 part C, which is involved with rational function. Okay, before that I would like to emphasize on this part, which is technically we're gonna have to solve three types of functions, which is linear, quadratic, and rational. So we will encounter with direct function inequalities, or you're gonna have to see in terms of absolute values inequalities involving with linear, quadratic, and rational. So we have done absolute values involving with linear and quadratic yesterday. So today we continue with absolute values inequalities involving with rational function. So we have to use table of sign, but then first of all we use the Gola method, which is we have to split and then we solve according to table of sign. We get two answers and then we combine by using number line. Okay, so this one, as you can see, we have it the single absolute values on the left hand side. So we can directly split to two keys. So is the la function ataupun la concept is the less n. So we have directly put here n, and then we're gonna have 3x plus 4 over x plus 2 less than 1, and then another one we have it negative 3x plus 4 over x plus 2 less than 1. Okay, that one is the first part. And then we have it, which is solving using table of sign for both cases. So the first case where we have it 3x plus 4 over x plus 2. So we make it the one to the left hand side. And then we have to balance up denominator. So hati-hati dengan di sini sebab dia adalah minus. So you should put the bracket here. And then we can simplify the upper part, as in we have it will be 2x plus 2 over x plus 2. Okay, at this point, I would like to divide by 2. As you can see, we have a common numbers here, which is 2. So I divide by 2 is a positive, so inequality sign tak akan berubah. So we're gonna have simplest form of the factorization will be x plus 1 over x plus 2 less than 0. So this one, your F part. And then we have to find the critical values, as in we have x plus 1 is not equal to 0, since we don't have any equal sign here. X is not equal to negative 1, so that one represent the open bracket. And then another one, we have x plus 2 is not equal to 0, x is not equal to negative 2. So the same thing as in we have open bracket. So we have two values of x, which is the first one negative 1 and the second one which is negative 2. So should be negative 2 datang dulu, and then negative 1. And then our interval will be negative infinity towards negative 2, negative 2 towards negative 1, negative 1 to positive infinity. So all is open bracket. And then we substitute the first factor, which is x plus 1. So we want to find the plus sign. So to find the plus sign, always make it is greater than 0. So we can have x plus 1 greater than 0, x should be greater than negative 1. So we have plus sign selepas x equal to negative 1. So your palang negative 1 is here. We have plus sign here. The rest will be negative, negative. Okay, and then another one, we have x plus 2. So x plus 2 greater than 0. So x greater than negative 2. So we can have plus after x equal to negative 2. So palang negative 2 di sini. Plus, plus. So here should be minus. Okay, so we find the product of sign. So we're gonna plus, minus, plus. So back to your final part of f, we want to find is less than, so should be negative sign. So your answer for the first case adalah negative 2 to negative 1 is open bracket. Okay, so suppose this one is the open bracket. This seperti close bracket. Okay, so that one the first case. Now the second case where we have it, the same pattern as in we have to simplify this one. So I make it the negative one to the right hand side. So since we have to divide or multiply with the negative value, so the sign will change to be negative 1. So it's greater than. So I bring the negative 1 to the to the left hand side. So it should be positive 1. So we're going to have 3x plus 4 plus x plus 2 over x plus 2 greater than 0. So we're going to have 4x plus 6 over x plus 2. So we have a common numbers here, so you can divide by 2 as well. So we end up with 2x plus 3 over x plus 2 is greater than 0. So this one is your f part. So now to find the critical number or critical values, we have it 2x plus 3 is not equal to 0. So x is not equal to negative 3 over 2. So we know that it should be open bracket. And then x plus 2 is not equal to 0. X is not equal to negative 2. Open bracket as well. So yang datang dulu adalah negative 2, negative 3 over 2. So we put the interval. And then this one to positive infinity. Everything should be open bracket, open bracket. Okay, so we proceed by substitute the factors. So we have 2x plus 3 as in the first factor here. So to find the plus sign, we always make it is greater than 0. So 2x plus 3 greater than 0. So we have x greater than negative 3 over 2. So selepas palang negative 3/2, we have it plus sign. Here minus and minus. Okay, and then the last one adalah x plus 2. So x plus 2 greater than 0, x greater than negative 2. So it should be plus after x equal to negative 2. So this one adalah plus after x equal to negative 3 over 2. So negative 2 is here. So plus, plus, and here will be minus. So product of sign we have plus, minus, and plus. So we are looking for the greater than 0. So it should be positive, positive for the product of sign. So your answer for the second case will be negative infinity towards negative 2, open bracket, union with negative 3 over 2 towards positive infinity. Since we have two regions separate, yang berjauhan nak gabung, kita mesti letak union. Dia tak boleh letak intersection dekat sini. Always union whenever we combine two regions separate away. Okay. Alright, so we have done finding the answer 1 and answer 2. Now we have to combine. So kita tahu dekat tengah-tengah ni adalah intersection ataupun and because it's law function. So intersection adalah overlap. So we have negative 2, negative 3 over 2 and negative 1. So the first answer which is negative 2 towards negative 1. Empty circle for both. And then negative 2 to the left hand side. And then negative 3 over 2 to the right hand side. So make it longer for this one and this one as well. So that we can see which part yang overlap, which part yang tak overlap. So as you can see, the overlap part is here. So it means your final answer we're going to have negative 3 over 2 towards negative 1. And then we have open bracket for both and. Okay, is that clear? Are you guys with me?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Alright, okay, so we're done. For the rational inequality, absolute values involving with rational inequalities. Okay, so the next example which is we will involve with two absolute values. Okay, so kalau inequalities absolute values, satu modulus kita pakai gola. Kalau two modulus we have to square both side. Okay, sama juga dengan equation. Kalau absolute values kita ada dua modulus, kita akan square both side. Tapi kalau satu modulus untuk equation, kita akan pecah plus minus. Okay. So kita tengok pada perbezaan dia. Kalau equation and then inequalities. So this one adalah equation, equal sign. Ini adalah less, greater, less, greater and equal, less and equal. Okay. So absolute values, kalau single absolute values, kita akan pakai plus minus, dua function. Kalau dua absolute values, kalau satu saja, ini akan jadi square both side. Okay, square both side. Okay, inequalities pula kalau satu modulus, we have to use gola. Kalau dua modulus, we have to use SBS as well. Okay, so you should know each method for each cases. Dia ada beza Cuma kalau dua modulus yang sama adalah square both side. Tapi kalau yang satu modulus dia adalah plus minus, satu adalah gola. Kalau ikutkan konsep yang sama, basic definition, plus minus. Tapi bila dia berkaitan dengan plus minus untuk inequalities, kita mudahkan dia dengan method gola supaya kamu senang ingat. So kita akan encounter dengan or dan and. Okay, so that one is recap a bit for the equation and inequalities of absolute values, the method on how to solve. Okay, so kita proceed dengan the next one adalah inequalities with two absolute values. So we have using square both side. So kita nak fokus pada yang ini pula. Okay, example 16. As we know that absolute values konsep dia adalah seperti ini. Square root fx di dalam dia adalah square. Okay, so you have to change the method here. Daripada modulus x minus 3, we have to change to be square root of x minus 3, square di dalam, greater and equal square root 2x plus 5, square di dalam. Okay, so you have to square both sides. Baru tinggal yang bahagian dalam adalah x minus 3 square and then 2x plus 5 square. Kamu tak boleh directly terus bagi yang ini Sorry, yang ini. Line ni. Dia mesti datang yang ini dulu. Ini wajib nampak. Okay, sebab ini adalah konsep di mana kita tukar daripada modulus menjadi square root x minus 3 square. And square ni, kiri kanan ni, sebab kita nak cancel out kan square root tu. Okay. Alright, so now we have to expand kiri dan kanan. So we have x square minus 6x plus 9, 4x plus 20x plus 25. So technically we will encounter with, so this one should be square. So technically we encounter with quadratic of inequalities. So we make it everything to one side and we want to make it the x square as a positive x square. So senang untuk calculator dan satu lagi senang untuk kita buat graph. The graph always smiling shape. Okay, so we make it the x square as in positive x square. So left hand side I bring to the right hand side. We have it 3x square plus 26x plus 16. So we have it less and equal. So can we factorize this one? Jadi apa? Kalau factorize jadi apa? Anyone?
Negative 2 over 3 sama negative x.
Negative 2 over 3 sama dengan?
Negative x.
So we have to make it as in two bracket or two factors. So since we have negative 2 over 3, it should be 3x plus 2 And then negative 8 should be x plus 8. So yang ini ada markah. Okay, you have to put into two brackets as in factors, baru datangnya graph. So we have it smiling shape graph. So yang datang dulu negatif 8 ke negatif 2 over 3? Here is negative 8, here it will be negative 2 over 3. Yang datang dulu negative 8 ke negative 2 over 3?
Negative 8.
Negative 8.
Negatif 8.
And then here negative 2 over 3. So we have equal sign here. Should be then circle here, then circle here. So we know that the numbers included. So we are taking the less than equal. So dia mesti jadi bahagian bawah. So your final answer will be negative 8 towards negative 2 over 3, close bracket. Okay, so we done part A. Now I would like to proceed with the part B, which is we have it modulus and we have a coefficient of modulus. Okay, so kalau yang ini, dia adalah kita panggil coefficient of modulus. Okay, kamu punya level hanyalah dua modulus saja. Modulus let's say fx, k, gx. Ini masih lagi dalam syllabus. Tapi kalau contoh kita ada modulus k tambah modulus gx. Ini tak ada. Okay, kita tak ada istilah di mana dua modulus dan selain daripada modulus operation di luar. Okay, yang ini tak ada masalah sebab coefficient dia adalah melibatkan function modulus itself. So ini kita terima, yang ini kita tak akan ada dalam syllabus. Okay, so ini out of syllabus lah. Okay, so we have it for this one. So we change the modulus to be square root. Square root x plus 2 square less than 3 square root x minus 4 square. So the same thing, we have to square both sides. So square both sides sebelah kiri tak ada masalah. Sebelah kanan is covered 3 as well. Sebab 3 tu a part of modulus. Okay, so it means since we have a concept of a, b, power of n, should be a power of n, b power of n. So here your a is a 3, your b is the square root of x minus 4 square. So 2 belongs for the 3, 2 belongs for the square root as well. So the left hand side we're going to have inside the square root. The right hand side we have it 9 and x minus 4 square. So you have to expand and bring in the 9 into the bracket. So the left hand side where we have it x square plus 4x plus 4. And then the right hand side which is make it the 9 outside of the bracket first. Later baru kita akan combine. So yang ini adalah 9x square minus 72x. And then here will be plus 144. So the left hand side will be x square plus 4x plus 4. So we combine everything to one side by making the x square as a positive x square. It means the left hand side we bring to the right hand side. So technically we have 8x square minus 76x and then plus 1400 is greater than 0. Okay, so until this part, okay, factorize dapat apa? If we factorize, what should we have?
X minus 5.
X minus 5. X minus 5, are you sure? Are you sure? X minus 5. Yang lain mana? Tekan calculator. Jangan malas tekan calculator.
7 sama 5/2.
7 and 5 over 2. So if we make it as in factor, x minus 7 and then 2x minus 5. Okay, if we expand this to bracket, can we have it the 8 as in the coefficient of x square? Boleh dapat? Kalau kita darab masuk antara dua bracket ni, coefficient x square dapat tak 8x square? Tidak. It's mean you have to simplify your equation first before you enter into the calculator. So we can have it by divide. So dekat sini kita punya subjek adalah, coefficient x square hanyalah 2. Bermaksud di sini kamu akan bahagi dengan 4. So we have it 2x square minus 76 divided by 4. Dapat berapa?
19.
19x. 140 divided by 4.
35.
Alright, thank you. Okay, so you have to put the 2x square minus 19x plus 35. Baru jawapan yang ini akan betul. Sekiranya kamu terus jump daripada yang ini ke sini, kamu akan hilang satu markah. Satu markah pada bahagian ini dan satu markah pada bahagian jawapan akhir. Okay, dia tak boleh direct. Dia mesti nampak yang ini dulu. Sebab dia nak tallykan dengan faktor kamu x minus 7 and 2x minus 5. Okay, so we done until finding the x. So now we know that your shape will be smiling shape. So we have it 7 and positive 5 over 2. Yang datang dulu adalah 5 over 2 and then baru 7. So it's more than 0. We are taking upper part. So your final answer we're going to have negative infinity towards 5 over 2. So we have it empty circle, since we don't have equal sign here. So negative infinity towards 5 over 2, open bracket, union with 7 towards positive infinity. Okay, so we done example 16. Okay, since we still have a few times, kita ada banyak masa lagi, I would like to discuss on the exercise 9 before we dismiss for this week. Okay, so ada soalan tak setakat ni? Any question guys?
Baik, Miss.
No.
Yang lain okay?
Okay.
Okay, make sure nota salin sebab saya akan check nota dan juga tutorial at the same time. Okay, alright, so we go through for the exercise 9. Okay, so we have it part A, which is modulus x plus 3 plus 2x minus 5 greater than equal 0. Okay, first thing first, before we split, sebab ini adalah satu modulus, obviously we encounter with Gola method. Before we split, you have to make sure on the left hand side only single modulus. Selain daripada single modulus, mesti bawa ke sebelah kanan. So we just make it the modulus x plus 3 on the left hand side. The rest we bring to the right hand side. So it's mean on the right hand side we have it 5 minus 2a. 5 minus 2x. So from this equation baru kita akan identify is gola, is a go ataupun la. So as you can see we have a greater than. So obviously is a go. Okay, so we split x plus 3 greater and equal 5 minus 2x for the first case. Tengah-tengah mesti letak or. And then another case we have it negative x plus 3 greater and equal 5 minus 2x. Bahagian ini tidak berubah. Yang berubah hanyalah kita buka modulus ni jadi positif ataupun negatif. Okay, so this one only change to be positive or negative sign. Okay, so now we combine. We're gonna have x plus 2x will be 3x greater and equal to x will be greater than equal to over 3. And then on the second case, negative x minus 3 greater than equal 5 minus 2x. So I'll bring the negative 2x to the left hand side. Technically will be positive x greater than equal 8. So we have done bahagian split, kita dah settle. And then kita dah solve. Kita dah dapat answer. So answer di sini adalah 2 over 3 towards positive infinity. And then 8 to positive infinity. So jawapan untuk dua-dua case mesti tulis. Wajib. Okay, baru kita akan combine menggunakan number line. So we have it 2 over 3 here and then 8 here. So first line towards positive infinity. Second line which is 8 towards positive infinity. So we are looking for the OR which is in union. So kita akan ambil semua sekali. So jawapan akhir kita adalah 2 over 3 towards positive infinity close bracket. Okay, so we have it. Pada bahagian ini adalah split. Pada bahagian ini adalah solve. Kita solve linear function of inequalities. And then ini adalah answer kita. This one is your number line. And then this one your final answer. Itu adalah exercise 9A. Now we proceed with the 9B, which is we have rational function in absolute values. And we do know it's inequalities, but they're the greater and equal. Okay, so macam saya cakap tadi, first thing first, you have to simplify until you get the single absolute values on the left hand side. Selain daripada itu, kamu akan pindahkan ke sebelah kanan. Okay, so we simplify this one first, which is we're gonna have modulus 3 minus 2x over 1 plus x. So ini saya pindah ke sebelah sini, satu pindah ke sebelah sini. So we're gonna have 3 on the right hand side. Sign dia adalah di mana seperti ini. Okay, muncung tu pada modulus. Sebab modulus tu kita pindah ke sebelah sini. Okay, so is it go or la? Based on this one. Kita tak boleh based on this one. Kalau ini tak boleh sebab kamu tak simplify lagi. You have to consider the go or la based on this part. So is
La.
it go? Okay, so dia adalah la sebab is a less than. So la, kita akan split dulu. So 3 minus 2x over 1 plus x less than equal 3. In between mesti letak n, wajib. Okay, and then the second case negative 3 minus 2x over 1 plus x less than equal 3. Baru kita akan solve satu persatu case. So ini adalah bahagian split. Bahagian solve dia adalah rational function. Kita akan encounter dengan table of sign. So first thing first, we bring the 3 to the left hand side. 3 minus 2x minus 3, 1 plus x over 1 plus x is less than equal to 0. So we bring the negative 3 inside the bracket. So minus 3 minus 3x over 1 plus x. So it's end up 3 and 3 cancel out. So the x will be negative 5x over 1 plus x. Okay. So I will divide by the negative 5. So it means you just have x over 1 plus x. So since we divide by the negative value, the sign of inequalities will change to be greater than equal to 0. Okay, so we done until factorize. So you have to find the critical number. So x equal to 0 because it's equal sign here. And then 1 plus x is not equal to 0, x is not equal to negative 1. So this one will be square bracket, this one will be round bracket. Okay, and then we have it for the table. So yang datang dulu adalah negatif 1 and then kemudian adalah 0. Okay. So negative infinity towards negative 1 open bracket, negative 1 to 0 half open bracket, and then 0 towards positive infinity, 0 adalah square bracket, this one adalah open bracket. Okay. So the first factor adalah single x. So to find the sign, so s, nak cari plus sign, is always greater than equals to 0. So x greater than 0, so it should be positive after 0. So plus, the rest will be minus, minus. And then 1 plus x, so 1 plus x greater than 0, x greater than negative 1. So negative 1 is here. So negative 1 plus here will be minus. So product of sign kita apa? Product of sign. Plus,
Positive,
positive,
negative, positive.
Negative, positive.
positive, negative, positive. Okay, so kita nak tengok, kita nak ambil final answer dia adalah positif ke negatif?
Positive.
Sebab kita tengok pada bahagian ini. So, positif, positif. So, your answer for first case adalah negative infinity to negative 1 union with 0 towards positive infinity. But we are not done yet. You have to solve for the second case. Okay, so second case, dia adalah bring the negative to the right hand side first. So dia akan jadi 3 minus 2x over 1 plus x greater and equal negative 3. So we bring the negative 3 to the left hand side. It's going to be positive 3. So right greater and equal to 0. So we have it 3 minus 2x plus 3 plus 3x. And then here will be 1 plus x greater than equal 0. So we have it 6 plus x over 1 plus x greater than equal to 0. So bahagian F settle. So critical value 6 plus x equal to 0 sebab equal sign hanya untuk bahagian atas. X equal to negative 6, so it should be square bracket. 1 plus x is not equal to 0, x is not equal to negative 1. It's going to be open bracket. Okay, so table. So yang datang dulu adalah negative 6. Yang datang kemudian adalah negative 1. So negative infinity towards negative 6, square bracket here. Negative 6 to negative 1, open, square. And then here negative 1 to positive infinity, open for both end. So the first factor adalah 6 plus x. So sign always positive. So 6 plus x greater than 0, x greater than negative 6. So it should be plus here, minus here. And then the next one adalah 1 plus x. 1 plus x greater than 0, x greater than negative 1. So dekat mana yang plus, yang mana negatif?
Selepas negative 1, positive.
Selepas negative 1 dia akan jadi positif. So the rest will be negative, negative. So product of sign adalah plus, minus, plus. So we are looking for the greater and equal to 0 as well. So it should be positive, positive. So jawapan akhir untuk second case adalah negative infinity towards negative 6 union with negative 1 to positive infinity. So we have to combine these two answers by using number line. So yang datang dulu adalah negative 6, negative 1, 0. So negative 6 should be, the first case adalah negative 1. Negative 1 to the left, 0 to the right. Satu open, satu close. Okay. And then negative 6 close to the left. And then negative 1 to the right hand side will be open ataupun empty circle. So you are looking for the N. N adalah intersection. So we have it overlap section. So your final answer for this question, which is negative infinity towards negative 6 square bracket, since we have dua-dua termasuk, union with 0 to positive infinity sama juga atas bawah termasuk, square and round bracket. Okay, so that's for part B.